Trump became president, it wasn't like Obama. People didn't really know Obama. People didn't really have much to go back and check on him and see how he was and see what he was about. So it was a little bit more understandable how people got tricked by Obama. Now I didn't get tricked by him because I saw through his bullshit, and all the minorities should have saw through it right away, but they didn't. But I sympathize a little bit with him because I understand it was harder. He didn't have a big background to look at, to look into. But Trump, oh my goodness, this dude, he has decades to see the type of person that he is. And what did he do all those decades? Fund Democrats, defend Planned Parenthood, defend gun confiscation, all of these things. He would talk about Bill Clinton was the best president, Democrat, the economy's better under Democrats than Republicans. Everything about him was Democrat. So to see this guy come to the Republican Party, talk all this mess, how he's going to come change it, and then see all my fellow Ron Paul supporters fall for that shit, I was like, wow. It was like a smack to the face. So I went from waking up to see how they really were from all the police brutality that was coming to the surface and them showing their true colors, to then just watching them just not hold it back anymore. And the full-blown, whoever they were, came out. Trump brought it out of them. And so the liberty movement, is pretty much been dead. But to get to the beef, right, to get to the part, because I really want to talk about this, and I was really kind of glad that you asked me to be on the show today after what happened this morning, because, I don't think most people want to get me on their show. And I don't think most people want to talk to me, because I'm not coming at them from the left, which is what they're used to. I'm coming at them from the right. And these libertarians and ANCAPs, they don't know how to handle somebody from the right. They only know how to handle people from the left. So what I'm upset about and what I've concluded maybe about 6 months ago to a year ago sometime, I came to the conclusion that the problem with libertarianism, and I really hope whoever's listening out right now is really listening and pay attention to what I'm about to say, because I think this is probably one of the most important things I'll probably say. What I concluded 6 months or so back or so is that the problem with libertarianism is the prominent libertarians. It is the ones who have the influence. The problem isn't the message of libertarianism, because the message is attractive as hell. Do whatever you want, be with whoever you want. You own your body, you own your money, you own your property, go wherever you want, no permission, just don't hurt nobody, don't take nobody's stuff. I mean, come on, to the average person, who's gonna say, I don't like that? Okay, so there's nothing wrong with the libertarian message. But what I realized, and I didn't realize this for 10 years, I didn't realize this for a decade, was that the problem is the prominent libertarians, the ones that got the books, the ones that write all the articles, the ones that get on the TV shows. So we're talking about Tom Woods, we're talking about Dice, we're talking about Ron Paul, Rand Paul, Thomas Massey, Hornberger. We're talking about Eric July. All of these people. What I realized was that the way they acted towards Obama was not the way they acted towards Trump. They were very light on Trump. Very few attacks on Trump. Some of them didn't attack him at all. They actually defended him. They actually supported him. And many libertarians, ex-Ron Paul supporters, actually voted for him. So this was a problem to me, a huge problem, because I knew the whole way through that Trump was never the real deal. I don't know how long, I don't know why people couldn't see this, but it was so obvious from the get-go that it was nothing about liberty with him. So since I've come to the conclusion that a light bulb went up in my head and made me realize that the problem was the prominent libertarians, well, then that made me realize that I had to stop supporting these guys.